You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Good morning, happy Wednesday, happy Mercury Day. We have a rare sleepy day in the skies. In fact, this is the most low-key day I've forecasted since I started this live stream over a month ago now. So we're going to experience a little bit of a lull in the energy, but there's always something to talk about with astrology, so we still have plenty to talk about. And the fun thing is, since I don't have as much to go over, if you are coming on the live stream and you have questions about the energy or how it's affecting your sign, I have a little bit more time today to dive into your questions. So if there's a burning question you've been wanting to ask, or you're wondering, okay, the moon's in Taurus, but what does that mean for me? Well, that's actually a really easy answer I can give you if you know your rising sign or even your sun sign. So maybe we'll do a little bit more Q&A today since we don't have as much to talk about. But how's everybody feeling? The moon moved into Taurus yesterday, really diving into that cozy, comfy energy. And I know for me at least, I had a really hard time getting out of bed this morning. I was snuggled up under my down comforter. I had my dogs in bed with me, and I was really feeling that Taurus energy. Do I have a Pisces horoscope this morning? Well, Michael, I can tell you what the Taurus moon will mean for you. So let me go through what's happening with the moon, and spoiler alert, it's not a whole lot. Like when I say this is a low-key day, we're not even talking about major transits. The moon, the Taurus moon, is making one connection today. So that should be actually fairly easy to tell you how it will affect you. And actually, as a Pisces, the energy that we will feel today will affect you a little bit more than the rest of the signs. So I'll explain in just a minute if you stick around. Good morning, Danny. All right, so let's pull up the chart here. It looks so nice right now. For whatever reason, the way the planets are perfectly spaced out is just really making my Virgo heart happy. My nice, organized personality loves it. So you can see the moon is in Taurus, pulling away from this conjunction to Uranus. Or actually, you know what? This is not the right time zone. I was going to say, that happened last night, about 11 o'clock last night. Okay, so let's skip ahead a few hours. Now we're right on time. So the moon is in Taurus now, around 16 degrees in Taurus. And you can see when you look at the chart why we have such a quiet day. I mentioned this, I think, yesterday or the day before, but we have planets at either really low degrees, like Mars and Mercury here, and the rest of our planets are at very high degrees, 23, 25, 26, 27, 20. So that's what I'm talking about over the next couple days. As these planets are spaced out the way they are, the moon will make connections to the planets at low degrees, then we'll experience this lull, making connections to Saturn and Uranus in between, which we saw yesterday with the Taurus moon. And then Tomorrow is going to be a busy day with the planets and the moon, because the moon will hit all of these planets at high degrees, then move into Gemini, then hit all the planets at low degrees. So as sleepy as today will probably feel, tomorrow will bring a major shift in energy and a lot more action when it comes to the moon. So when the moon is in Taurus, we love to be cozy. I know I keep saying that, but like I said, I wanted to stay in bed longer today. We like physical sensations a little bit more. We feel nurtured by them because Taurus rules the physical. So our senses, my partner's mom is a Taurus and she always has the softest blankets at her house. You can just tell she really appreciates the feel of things. So we will too when the moon is in Taurus. At the same time though, Taurus is an earth sign and likes to get things done, is a very hard worker. It's the sign of the bull. It likes to persevere, push forward. So with this moon phase, the waxing gibbous moon, as we lead up to the full moon, this is the time to take those last steps or shore up any loose ends before this celebration, this culmination of the full moon. So as much as we want to be cozy and comfy and physically feel really good, we'll also want to get some work done, it's an interesting energy there. So if you work from home or you have the ability to work from wherever you want to work, maybe you feel like cozying up somewhere and working from your couch or in your sweatpants or with those slippers on, or even if you work in an office, I would say do something that will spark your senses. If you have like an essential oil diffuser or slippers at your office, that's something I would do, or like a blanket. Whenever I worked in newsrooms or in offices, I always had a blanket in my desk because newsrooms are freezing, but in general, I just am somebody who likes to feel cozy. So if you have anything like that you've set yourself up for feeling comforted in your workspace, I would say lean towards that today. Indulge in your senses. Find comfort in your physical surroundings. The moon in Taurus doesn't make any connections today until it forms this sextile to Neptune. So, Michael, that's what I was talking about. Neptune is your ruling planet as a Pisces, and Neptune is in Pisces. So you can see it here, 20 degrees. We'll jump ahead to about 5 o'clock tonight. And the moon is forming a 60-degree angle to Neptune once it hits 20 degrees in Taurus, 2 signs away. So a sextile is a supportive angle. It does require a little bit of action in order to feel its benefit, but this 60-degree angle has this earth sign and this water sign, or these planets in earth signs and water signs, supporting each other, helping each other, complementing each other. And Neptune is the planet of dreams, of illusions, of spirituality. It's the planet of our sensitivities. So I see the Taurus moon getting support from Neptune as heightening our sensitivity, and specifically our physical sensitivity. So really pay attention this evening to how things physically feel in your body. With the moon being in an earth sign and the moon being exalted in Taurus, really comfortable in Taurus, we can tap into our own bodies a little bit more easily. Intuition, psychic abilities can be heightened this evening as well, but moving your body, especially moving in a creative way through art, dance, or cooking. Tauruses love their food. So with the moon in Taurus, having like a nice, nurturing, hearty meal, cooking it, can feel really nice. Or simply, on the other hand, allowing yourself to relax. Taking that downtime, watching a nice Christmas movie or holiday movie, or just a show that you get comfort out of, getting that nice big fuzzy blanket, hanging out on the couch tonight will feel really good. And like I said, the key here is to listen to your body and ask what your body needs, because with the moon in Taurus, our body, our physical senses are the biggest providers of insight. So really pay attention to what signals your body is telling you. If you're feeling more sensitive physically, you're feeling physical sensations more strongly, listen to those things. They could be sending you a message or telling you something. So Michael, being a Pisces, I will give you a little horoscope. So when the moon connects to Neptune in Pisces, you get support from the Taurus moon. And I'm not sure if you're a Pisces rising or if you know your rising sign, but we'll just assume that you're a Pisces rising. So this moon is going to be in your third house, or activating your third house of communication if you're a Pisces. So teaching, learning, communicating. If you're someone who really likes to learn and feels nurtured by learning, this is a great day to learn something new or communicate something you've learned. Be the student or the teacher, whatever feels better for you. This will really activate your communication. And because the moon's only connection today is to your ruling planet Neptune, your sensitivity will likely be even more heightened than maybe other signs. So that's your little horoscope today. Pay attention to your communication, and you could have some, pretty profound communication around 5 p.m. Pacific time this evening, because our intuition, our psychic abilities are heightened when the moon connects with Neptune. It was the 21 degrees that made me not want to get out of bed. Robert, it was the Taurus moon that made you not want to get out of bed, but maybe the 21 degrees too, depending on where you live. I feel like a baby because it's just, it's 43 here, and that seems really cold to me. 43 degrees in California. After this live stream, will have a heater on my feet the whole time I work. So that's what I'm talking about with incorporating the comfort into your work environment. That will feel really nice today. If you have like a nice blanket or a heater, or even just like a really fuzzy sweater that you like to wear, or whatever makes you physically feel good, try to incorporate that into your workspace today if you can, because Tauruses love to work, but they also love to relax and feel good. Let's see, do the planets and stars control our future or just predict it? I feel like, did you ask this question yesterday, or did somebody else ask this question yesterday? I don't think that the planets perfectly predict the future. There are astrologers who have really accurately predicted upcoming events, or I should say upcoming energies, because of what's going on in the transits looking ahead. For example, the astrologers I follow most closely, the Astro Twins, I've been following them for years. They put out an astrology guide at the end of every year for the following year. So I actually have the Astro Twins 2020 horoscope book for 2020. And in that book, they talk about, chaos and health being a huge focus of the year, things like that. So astrologers can predict what energy is coming in, if major events are going to be happening, what areas of life they'll be happening in. And do the stars control our future? No, we have free will. Of course, we control our future. And that's also kind of a more philosophical question for you, depending on what you believe. And who created the stars? Where did they come from? Is it just science? Is there a creator? That's kind of for you to decide. But it's important to know that you have free will. Just because, for example, when I was saying, Michael, this moon will impact your communication, doesn't mean that, oh no, be careful because your communication might be thrown off today, or that, something else is in control. It's just that little nudge and awareness that, okay, this could be something to pay attention to today. So I don't think necessarily the stars are in control of us. We are in control of ourselves. We have free will, but, I think that they can help us predict and align with whatever energy is coming. Learn something new every day. Okay, good. See, you learn something new every day, and this moon is in your house of learning. There you go. Just proved itself. Cardinals Super Bowl champs. It's in the stars. Yeah, that is something we can't control. Speaking of the stars not being able to control things. But I have been more interested lately in looking at the birth charts of like entities. So this is a good example. For example, if you looked at when the cardinals became a team, what their birth chart looks like, a snapshot of the planets in the sky when they became a team. You can probably look at what the planets will be like in February, early March, whenever the Super Bowl is. And I know someone did that with Bitcoin. I was talking about that with Natalie, who I interviewed last week about Bitcoin. I saw someone pull up Bitcoin's birth chart when it was first, released or minted or whatever, and tracked the planets and the movement of the planets and how they correlated with the rise and fall of the price of Bitcoin. So it is cool when you start getting into things like that. Would I bet based off of it? Would I, plan my life around it? Probably not. And I am a big believer in astrology. But it is fun. It is fun, especially in hindsight, to look back and see kind of the correlation between the planets and what's happening in our physical reality. Loving all the questions this morning. So let's do a little overview. I'll pull a card, and if you have any more questions in the meantime, I will be happy to answer them for you. So today is a really quiet day in the solar system. The Taurus moon isn't making really any connections until 5 p.m. Pacific time, and only making one connection the entire day. So when I say this is a quiet day, I really mean it. The moon in Taurus wants us to feel comfortable and really lean into our physical senses. It connects with Neptune, gets support from the planet of dreams and spirituality by 5 p.m. this evening. And our intuition and psychic abilities can be heightened under this, but pay special attention to how your body physically feels. With Taurus ruling our senses, we can get messages through our body, and intuition can come through paying attention to physical sensations. So really listen to your body, maybe move in a creative way, or don't move at all, just be still, but pay attention to what your body is asking for today. And enjoy this nice lull of energy, because tomorrow the moon is making a ton of connections, really getting busy. And then of course we're leading up to the full moon in Gemini on Saturday night. So this nice little period of rest is a time to relax and get ready for the energy to come. It's definitely going to pick up once that moon moves into Gemini. All right. Let's pull a card. I'm pulling from the Moonology deck today because on days we're only talking about the moon, it only makes sense to pull from a moon deck. All right. Tap it on my crystal here. Got to clear the deck, or my friend Cassie always tells me to slap the deck to reset the energy. So either way, tapped it on a crystal, slapped it. It's reset. Let me pull up the guidebook here for this one so you guys aren't waiting for me to find it forever per usual. All right. As I shuffle, if you have any questions, let me know. Looking on Instagram too. I can't see your questions as easily on Instagram, but if I see any pop up, I'm happy to answer them. Okay. What do we need to know? The new moon in Virgo card, which I love, being a Virgo. And the message is a time to give rather than take. Okay, let's see what other insight the guidebook has for us. A time to give rather than take. Page 52. These ones don't have numbers, but they do have a table of contents, so we know that this is on page 52 if that has any meaning for you. Let's see. It's interesting because page 52 actually isn't the right card, but it is the new moon in Taurus, which we're talking about a Taurus moon today, so that's funny. Okay, here we go. New moon in Virgo. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies. Guilty. So add those into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for others. Recommit to a healthy morning or evening routine. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. Ooh, I love that. Kind of mysterious, but I like it. It's interesting too because Virgo energy and Taurus energy, they're both earth signs, so it's very similar. And I like that this card is asking us to take stock of the situation as we head towards that full moon. It's a nice time with such a quiet energy in the sky today to really listen and take stock and see if there's something you can be doing or changing to get to the outcome you want, especially with the full moon being just a few days away. So if it feels like a situation is blocked, again, don't be too critical, don't overanalyze, and just maybe this is a time to take advantage of the quiet and get a little bit more organized, get a little clearer on the path ahead, make those final adjustments and steps before the full moon. I also just love this line, be of service to others and love and money will follow. Taurus, the moon being in Taurus, is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and money. So this card is telling you, focus on you, focus on how you can help other people, which is a great method for manifestation, just having good intentions and putting good energy out, and that good energy will return to you. That love and money will return to you. So it can be easy with the moon in Taurus to just kind of think about ourselves and how we want to feel, making sure we physically feel comfortable, physically feel good. But this card is reminding us to also make sure you're paying attention to how the people around you feel and how you can help if possible. And that can help bring that good energy back to you. So that's a quick look at the very few transits we have today. Also very exciting. I'm wearing another one of the shirts I created today. So Mercury Day currently. If you like that shirt or you want to support this free live stream, the best way to do so is to head to thespiritualjournalist.com/shop and buy yourself a little something there. All of the profits from that go to support creating these live streams. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can literally just scan the QR code in the corner and it'll take you right to the shop. But anywhere else, thespiritualjournalist.com is the easiest way. And I also have to show you guys, because I got my last sample item I ordered in the mail last night, and it's my favorite. So cute. Look at this onesie. Like the Stay Curious onesie. How cute is that? I know it's super basic, but I mean, if somebody is having a baby, this is a great little Christmas gift, and it's organic cotton. I specifically got organic cotton for the baby clothes because I know people are very particular about making sure they dress their babies in only the best, of course. So you can find this at thespiritualjournalist.com. It's also in black. And I just love the Stay Curious motto for babies, because babies are born just these little curious, perfect blank slates. And I think it's such a fun reminder. And what a great reminder too, to see a baby in this onesie and to remember that childlike curiosity that we all had at one point before maybe we got a little bit jaded by the world. So, I'm so happy. And then also, this has been a really popular purchase. People are loving the Be the Light hats as well. This is a shameless plug for my merch. So yeah, That's a great way to support, but also just being here, joining me in the mornings is my favorite way for you to support the live stream. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing your energy with me, waking up with me, aligning to the universe every morning, and doing your own work, because even just following astrology and reflecting on how it's impacting your life, how you're relating to the energy around you is the work. So proud of you, grateful for you for showing up. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday, an amazing Mercury day. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning. And this Friday, we're going to be talking all about the full moon in Gemini. We're having another astrologer come on so we can chat back and forth about it, and we'll talk about what it means for your sign as well. So this is the last full moon of 2021. I think it's going to be a really fun full moon being in the sign of Gemini. I imagine a lot of people socializing and celebrating under this full moon, so it's going to be a fun conversation this Friday morning around 8 a.m. with Astrology by Celeste. All right, thanks so much for being here. I don't know how I managed to talk for 25 minutes about literally one connection, but here we are. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning. But until then, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.